Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Demiser Reacts. I'm your boy Vic Demiser, and today we got something a little bit different for you. This isn't necessarily a reaction. I've seen this several times, many times. I've watched various reaction videos on this. I've seen all of the Instagram lead ups. I've seen the prologue. I've seen Vincent's tale. I've seen it all. So today what you're going to get isn't a reaction. It's more of a breakdown video. And it's different from what I usually do on here. Usually I do one take reactions with no edits. This one's going to be different. This one's going to be full of edits. This is going to be me showing you side-by-side comparisons and breaking down things that I've noticed and other people have noticed. And we're going to try and put this all together and have the most comprehensive breakdown video of the new series of tales from Ren that we have to date. So bear with me. I may even do this in a couple of parts because I'm a little bit pressed for time. The strenuous 9 to 5, which for me is more like 8 to 10:30, has taken its toll. I haven't done a video in a while. I apologize. I've been busy with work. I've been busy with stuff to do with my dad, who has Alzheimer's, who I took care of for a very long time. And it caused me a lot of mental problems. But I'm in a better place. And if you're going through darkness, like Ren says, the constant change, I forget how he put it, but know that the universe is constantly changing and things will get better, whether it comes from resolution or learning to walk with the darkness, because it is like a pendulum swinging from the dark to the light every day. So, this is a long intro and I apologize. But we're going to get through the prologue. And we may skip around a little bit because there's a few things in there that I really want to point out. And then we're going to get into Vincent's tale. And we're going to get into the Instagram shorts a little bit later, because I'm sure most of you have seen this and are familiar, but I want anyone who hasn't to be up to date. But like I said, there's going to be some edits, and there's going to be some stopping and starting and going back and showing some side-by-side stuff. So here we go. Let's jump into this. We're going to start with the prologue. And I will point out everything that I believe is relevant. I know it's all relevant, but most relevant coming up for the future tales that we're about to witness. If you haven't seen the tales of Ginny and Screech and Violet's Tale, stop right now and go watch all three of those. I'll put a link down below for that. And then come back and see me. And we're going to get caught up on the goings-on of the genius of Ren Gill. And we're going to talk about Vincent's tale. I know that was a long intro, guys, and I apologize. If you're still here, buckle in. We've got a lot to cover. Here we go.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation.
Okay, so we're going to stop right there and we're going to talk about this. Ren has already explained in the Twitch live stream for this that Screech is dead. Screech is not in critical condition. This was the news directly after, the morning after. And Screech did hold on for a little while at the hospital, but was pronounced dead. There's a video for that. I'm not sure if I can find it. That may be a hard one to find, but if I can, we're going to throw a clip of that in real quick.
Of man, you think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
And now it's from Richard's perspective.
Urgent. Suspect down. 4 shots fired. Need ambulance and backup. Uckbrook Mews, Paddington. Urgent, over.
Ambulance and backup on route. Uckbrook Mews, Paddington. ETA 4 minutes. Confirmed suspect status. Still active? Over.
Negative. Suspect down, not moving. He's bleeding out fast. It's just get them here quick. Over.
He says, oh no, oh please no. Following right up. Screech is still alive.
Keep pressure on that, my friend, alright? Should we grab his legs?
Yep.
It's been a minute. It started to
Ready?
become daylight
Brace.
outside.
Lift.
So he's alive when they're taking him to the hospital.
God, they really made a mess. What's his condition?
Critical. We put him on 4 gunshot wounds to the chest and altercation with the police officer.
Okay, we need to get into the nearest field operating room. Okay, stay with me. I need you to breathe, okay? You're gonna be okay. We're gonna do everything we can.
4 shots
Says
to the
his name
chest.
is James Matlock, 14 years old.
James Screech.
He's just a baby. Who's the patient's next
Baby.
again?
Says here on the file he's an orphan. Adopted father is Michael Matlock, but we haven't been able to get hold of him.
Okay, what about the birth mother? Any contact details?
Michael
Find
Matlock,
anything
let's
on file,
remember
I'll
that
keep
name.
looking.
Okay. Hi, James. Look, I need you to stay with me. I need you to breathe, okay? You can do that? Yeah? I need you to breathe.
Yeah.
With a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers will when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know.
It's a story I'm sure we all know. Is it the story of Ginny and Screech? We all know that story. Is it the story of Vincent van Gogh? Which I'm going to be honest, I wasn't familiar with until I started researching everything to do with this. Do I have Starry Night hanging on my wall? Of course I do. Did I know anything about Vincent van Gogh other than he cut off his ear, he went mad, and eventually took his own life? Nope, didn't know anything. Do I now? Yes, I do. Let's talk about that for a moment. So, Vincent van Gogh, not only was he famous for his Starry Night, many others, but he was super famous for his collection of sunflower paintings. And he actually gave one of those paintings to one of his few friends, his best friend, from what I understand. And the best friend hung it in his house. And I believe that was the original sunflower painting that he did. Fast forward Vincent and same friend ended up getting into some kind of heated argument. I'm not sure over what, which was actually what led Vincent to cutting off his own ear, apparently to prove a point. I can't imagine what the argument could have been about. If you have any insight in that, please let me know. I'm completely interested in that. Vincent spent some time in an institution, an asylum, I guess, if you will, after that. And I don't think ever was right after that. We all know Vincent liked to drink, and he particularly liked absinthe. And the Vincent that we're getting here, rolling the joint, and yes, that is Vincent Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, or however many other ways I've heard it pronounced. But here in the States, down in South Alabama, it's Vincent Van Gogh. So that's what we're going with. So we see him rolling a joint, and he's in modern times. He's got a television, flat screen at that, so more modern time. So this is the Vincent Van Gogh that I believe would be living in modern time. Can't get absinthe, not here in America anyway. So he's doing the next best thing. He's rolling a joint. He's about to chill. Nothing wrong with that. He's had a hard day at work, and he's ready to just kick back and forget about it. So this, in my opinion, is portraying the modern day Vincent Van Gogh, and we'll talk more about that. But let's get back into this.
It's a moment of my...
Oh, and we see Luke on his shirt. We're all still wondering why. Maybe Vincent isn't a... I hadn't even thought about this. Maybe Vincent isn't a very popular name. Luke is a very popular name. Not sure what Luke has to do with it, but I do know this little trivia fact I found out about Vincent Van Gogh. This is a crazy one. So, Vincent Van Gogh was born exactly 1 year after his younger brother died at birth or very soon after. And back then they gave everyone a number, I guess like the modern Social Security number. And I believe his brother was number 28 and died young. And when Vincent was born, they gave him the same number, number 28. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I believe it's 28. But not only did he get the same number, he got the exact same name. Vincent Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. All the other ways you've heard it pronounced. So Vincent always felt like a replacement. I'm not sure how he knew about this news, if his parents told him, or if he just found out through research. But anyway, that'd be pretty fucked up, wouldn't it? To know that you're a direct replacement. Well, maybe that's what led to some of Vincent's mental anguish over the years. Because back in his day, he never got the respect that he deserved. It wasn't until after his death, really. I believe he only sold one painting while he was alive, which is just fucking insane. So anyway, we got Luke here, which strikingly looks like Vincent Van Gogh. And we know that the tales, are about Vincent Van Gogh. And we're entitled Sunflowers, which is Vincent Van Gogh. So, we have to assume he is embodying Vincent Van Gogh here. And as we know from coming up, we have the Burning Sunflowers, which is an amazing, the camera work in this is amazing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm burping all over the place trying to talk. It's not professional. But as Ren would say, this isn't entertainment. This is real life. In real life, we burp sometimes. So, back into it. We cough too. So back into it. I don't think there's anything else I need to say about. Oh, one more thing. We hear the lyric in this. It's blindingly loud. From what I understand, one of the sunflower paintings, I guess one of the more popular ones, was on display in Japan. I'm pretty sure at Hiroshima, possibly Nagasaki, but I believe Hiroshima, when the U.S. dropped the bomb and it was destroyed, which could explain blindingly loud and the burning of the sunflowers. Or the burning of the sunflowers could just be Vincent saying, fuck it all. I'm tired of everything. This monotonous 9 to 5 bullshit I'm living through. Fuck it all. I'm burning it down. Still a big question. Let's back it up. Let's get into this. That joint looks good. He's a good roller. I'll give him that. I smoke a bowl.
When the skies do not rain, it's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down.
The range, the emotion. We all fucking know Ren can do anything, but he is putting it on full display so far in this whole new Tales. We've heard everything. We've heard so many genres, and I can't wait to get into Vincent's tale so we can talk about some of the styles that he's pulled, I believe, from other songs. Just little snippets, and we're going to do some side-by-sides and some comparisons there a little bit later. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time on this. I've got so much to get into. Bear with me. I don't even know where to stop and start and talk about things right now because my brain is just overwhelmed by all of the content that has led up to this and that is in this and what is to come. Pack your joints, son. Get ready to light it up. Vincent, Luke. The embodiment of Vincent and Luke. Still not sure.
Carries me. Whoa, rains down. Blindingly loud.
Blindingly loud.
Never surrender.
Never. Guys, that is beautiful. And we've got our little ghost in the background, which does pop up later, by the way.
Oh, what a terrible scene.
You can barely see it here. I paused just a little bit too late. But we're going to throw, like I said, we're throwing edits in here. So I'm about to show you a side-by-side. Everybody has said that Vincent's sitting there watching White Noise. Guess what, guys? That's not White Noise. Look closely. I'm going to give you a picture. It's going to show up somewhere on the screen. That's Johnson. You see Johnson in the bottom of my screen? That's Johnson. Remember, Sick Boy is gone. Johnson has taken over. Is this Johnson's tale? Is this the start of Johnson? Actually, Slaughterhouse was the start of Johnson. This is a continuation. That is Johnson on that screen. You can see it. Look close. All right, let's get back into it. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines. Is it Jenny and Screech? Because they got shuffled through the adoption system and they never got a home and the love that they deserved? Is it? You tell me. Let me know down below in the comments. I'm here to talk about it.
Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass that stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down in London town.
We all fall down in London town, but everywhere. The 9 to 5, the struggle, the rinse and repeat, which we're going to see. We all fall down. It breaks us. If you have to do it every day, you know.
Fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. War rains down blindingly loud. Never surrender.
And this is one of the most brilliant scene switches that I've seen probably ever. You know, I said we were going to do an abbreviated version of the prologue, but nope. We're getting through the whole thing. That's just the way it is. Look at the boredom and discontent. And the voices calling, taunting him, day by day, rinse and repeat. So one of my favorite parts, no other reactor has talked about the ominous laugh in the background. Everybody's heard Vincent, Vincent, Vincent. Nobody's heard that. Listen again. Right there, listen. Laughing at him, calling him, laughing at him, taunting him. Do something. Wake up. Get out of this 9 to 5 bullshit. It's killing you. Guys, it's killing all of us. It's killing all of us. And he's just showing that he's just another brick in the wall. Another cog in the machine. But sometimes we break. What's that movie? Office Space comes to mind. Office Space. He's had enough. Milton's had enough. That's my stapler. They took my stapler and they moved me to the basement. They moved me to the basement. I'm going to burn the whole place down. Wasn't that his name, Milton? Falling Down. Falling Down. Yeah. Was that Michael Douglas, I believe? Excellent movie. Haven't seen that in a long time. But he is fed up with the fucking rat race of it all. And he does something about it. Don't think it ended up well for him. Just like Vincent's going through some shit. And we know we had Vincent on the couch. But now we see Ren, and we hear the whispers and the laughing and the taunting, and we start to get the idea that Ren is now taking on Vincent. Is it Vincent van Gogh himself, or does Ren just identify with Vincent van Gogh? Because they actually have a lot in common. They were both super creative geniuses that struggled with mental issues. Which a lot of artists do. And I'm not sure how Ren correlates or ties his story in with Van Gogh's, but there's a definite connection there, and we don't know where that's going yet, but god damn, I'm excited to find out. This is just all we know. So look, all we've got to, at the point of I'm making this video, all we have are the prologue, the shorts leading up to Vincent's Tale, and Vincent's Tale self-portrait. And we know Richard's Tale is coming. And I'm so excited to talk about that and to get into that. But that's a little bit later. Here we go. Back to the rigorous, monotonous, daily grind. Look at his face. Look at the discontent on his face. And we talked about the fact that the man not only is a lyrical genius, he's on another level. The things that he can do with his wordsmithery. That's right, wordsmithery. You heard that. His musical ability, his way to compose music to fit the lyric, to fit the mood. I'm a musician. I'm an amateur musician. I'm a novice musician at best. I have a ton of music on my channel, and I'll be the first one to admit that. I enjoy writing songs and telling stories. And when I can connect with someone, oh, it's all about connect with someone. It's true. It's true. If I get one like on a song that I wrote, I made my day. At least one other person in this fucking plane of existence enjoyed something that I did and maybe put a smile on their face for a second. I had fun doing it. I'm glad someone else liked it. And the more people that like it, the better it makes me feel. We're all striving to, us creatives are all striving to affect the mood or of someone else, to make them feel better, to make them feel a certain way, to hopefully connect a part of your life with a part of their life, which is fucking hard, people. Write a song. If you never wrote a song, fucking write a song. See if anybody else likes it. See if they respond to it. When they don't, it's devastating because you put a piece of yourself into that. You know, unless you're just writing some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to write a fun song. But when you really sit down and write a song and put some meaning behind it, it means something when someone else can connect with it. And oh my God, do we connect with this man. I've already talked about it. I've had my mental troubles. And when I found Ren, I was in the thick of that. And his music helped me out of the fog so much. It's devastating. It's uplifting. It's fun when you find the right track that he's having fun. But when you need to sit down and be with your feelings, this man will bring them out of you. in the song name that shall not be mentioned that sounds like ooey side. He talks about, don't you know the ocean came from my tear ducts? Well, listening to this man's music, I've at least cried a little pond, for sure. I can't fill up an ocean. A pond? Yep, for sure. Good Lord, he's got me rambling. Anyway, let's get back into it. I apologize for the ramble, but that's what he makes me do. So we're back in the monotonous discontent of the daily grind. Oh, that one too. That one sounded like someone was being held captive. Remember the sounds that they were making before, and Cujo beat down before he brought them back and exposed them? And you could hear that, like somebody was trying to escape or get away. Let's listen to that one again. Right there. More till you just can't fucking take it. Hey guys, you want to know what that song is? Do you want a link to that song? I'll put a small snippet of it in the edit, and I'll put a link for it down below because I found it. Yep. Is there a hidden meaning in the lyrics being sung in that song? Debatable. Worth a discussion. Let's talk about it. Down by the Mississippi Shore, I believe is the name of it. By, if memory recalls, Cannon and Burr, I believe. Anyway.
Lady love the shades of night are falling down by the Mississippi shore, and for you my lonely heart is calling. Each night I love you more and more. Day and night I seem to dream about you. I sing to you, I sing to you. Bless your heart, I just can't live without you. So come out and meet me, honey, do. Waiting beside the Mississippi River, I'll be waiting.
You'll see, there'll be a link for it. I'm telling you, I've done my research. I am ready to dive into this. If you're still here after hearing me ramble for so long, well, you're going to enjoy the rest of this video because we have a lot to get into. I hear you calling. What are they saying? Vincent. Vincent. Is that what they're calling? I sing for you. So this is the lead up to the whole series. We'll watch this. So we know coming up in some future videos, because it's been talked about, that they filmed inside what looks to be a jail. And we see Vincent, Luke, whoever you are, buddy. Hold on to your guitar a little bit tighter. Sitting here and collaborating, spitting. Vincent Luke is beatboxing, it looks like. Ren's probably spitting some truth right here. More to come on that. All right. So we're going to jump into Vincent's Tale, Self-Portrait. All right, guys, we're back. We've got Vincent's Tale, Self-Portrait pulled up. If I do decide to do this in 2 parts, then this will be a continuation of the last video where we did Sunflowers, the prologue. My editing software isn't the best, and it doesn't like long videos, and this is probably going to be the longest video I've ever made and the most editing in a video that I've done. So this may get broken up into 2 parts. But hey, if you're still riding with me from the first one, if this is 1 video or 2, or you're coming back, thanks for being here. If you've made it this far and this is 1 video, especially thanks for sticking in there, because we have even more to talk about. We've got all of the shorts from Instagram leading up to the future Richard's Tale that we know is coming. But we're going to get into that a little bit later when it's necessary to get into that. We're going to talk about the rest of the prologue and the lead up to Self-Portrait, which Self-Portrait in itself, Vincent van Gogh was famous for some self-portraits. Ren is taking on a character. We all know this. This isn't necessarily Ren, but he is taking on the character of Vincent. And this self-portrait is a self-portrait of the character. Let's not forget that. So let's get into this. Ren Vincent's Tale Self-Portrait, the second installment from Vincent's Tales, the series. And we start right back with the ending of Sunflowers prologue, which we discussed the song and doesn't mean anything. It's a little bit louder in this start of this one than it was in the end of the last one. I don't know if that means anything. If he's hearing it more clearly right now. And there's the bard that we all know. There's the same style of the Tale of Jenny and Screech. We're back to it. We're back in the same Reniverse that he is creating throughout the narrative of the story. We're back there. We knew we were back there when we heard the news report about Screech taking the life of Jenny. And Vincent was there taking it in. The embodiment of Vincent van Gogh. Whether his name be Luke. Maybe he's poor. Maybe he just picked up that shirt at the Goodwill and it happened to say Luke. It's not like I've never shopped at the Goodwill and just needed a shirt real quick. I'm not a rich man. But anyway, Oh gosh. Hey y'all, excuse me just a second. I'm going to pause this. I actually have some food on the stove, and I'll be right back. Oh, hi. Are you still here? Well, I'm back. I said I was going to eat my food. Well, I said I was going to check the dinner on the stove, but I ended up eating and having a smoke and having a drink and having a drink. Yep. Were we drinking? That's right. Because Ren's been drinking. And Ren's about to tell us a drunken story. And there's something I forgot about that we're going to see in the edit coming up. And it is the behind the scenes of Ren talking about how all of this should be shot. And before we even get into it, let me say the camera work on the prologue was phenomenal. The camera work on this, excuse me, this is real life. Yeah, we've talked about that. The camera work on this is next level genius. Netflix, big screen, whatever the fuck it wants to be. And I saw one reactor on here that, and I hate to call you out because I enjoy your reaction videos, but he's an acting coach. And when this video started, he started criticizing Ren, talking about, I can help you with that. I can help you with that. Oh, come see me, bro. I can help you with that. And it turned me off immediately because no one needs to tell this man how to act. He is a genius. He acts exactly how the scene asked him to act. And as an acting coach, you should have recognized that and kept your mouth shut. I still like your reaction channel, and I'm going to still watch more. I'm not going to say your name, but y'all not said that. Just saying. We keep it a buck here. I don't pull no punches. This is as real as it gets. Vincent's Tale self-portrait. Here's the clip of how it should have been shot and how it was shot.
Park a fist on the landing strip, carnage. It finds a cartilage, karma's of like a carbonated cola on the crucifix kill. Vincent wanna kill, blood gets spilled. Double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
And you'll see that Ren directed this. He wasn't a part of this. He wasn't following someone else's script. This is Ren's vision in his head of how this should be and how it is. Wow. My speaking took on a different tone there, and I apologize. Let's get back into the softer, smooth side of a reaction. No, I'm just kidding. I'm telling you, we keep it a buck here. I got worked up when I started thinking about that reactor criticizing Ren's acting. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't let things like that get to me, but I'm telling you, y'all not done that. That was a real turnoff. The guy respects Ren. He thinks he's a genius. He said so. He admires all that. But I think you were trying to do the thing that Ren doesn't like people to do and use him for self-promotion. I don't do that, guys. That's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the genius of the man who has single-handedly awakened so many people that were in the dark that didn't know how to get in touch with their inner self. And I'm not sure Vincent's tale here pertains to that. I don't know at this point. We don't know at this point where we're going with this. But we do know that it's a reflection of all of us that we should look at in the world that we live in. And exactly where we're at now in the tale. The relentless 9 to 5, the grind, the rinse and repeat, and the people like from Falling Down, and the people from like Office Space. And there's another one that I'm thinking of that I can't. If it comes to me, I'll just blurt it out a little bit later. Another movie I'm thinking of that has the same context of someone that is just fed up with the rat race of it all, and they've been going through it, and maybe they're a little, in this instance, a little intoxicated and not quite thinking about consequences, or this is another thought that I had, or maybe they are thinking about the consequences. And if I go out and I show my ass, I might just cause enough trouble to get myself locked up or dealt with, or how do I say this one? You can't say the ooey side. Life ended by the hands of the police. I mean, that's like an extreme, far out there thought of where he could be thinking that this might go. We haven't even watched this yet. I know everybody's seen this, but we haven't watched this yet, and I'm already talking about what's happening in it. So let's get into it. Guys, once again, thank you for being here. If you're enjoying the in-depth analysis of this one, then there's going to be way more to come when he releases more, and we're going to talk about it even more. But if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, please do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that. Shameless promotion. I know I said we're not here for that, but this is a YouTube channel, and this is why we do this, is to try to build an audience. And the more of you that I can get to hit the subscribe button, the more of you that's going to see content I've already got done about Ren, and content that's coming up, and all the other shenanigans I do on here and stuff. But here we go. Vincent's Tale. If you're still here, we just watched the video of Ren's image of how this should be shot, with the drunken camera motions. And 1, 2, 3, go. Straight up continuation. He just walked out of where he left. My bad, full screen. And there we see Vincent, aka Luke. What is Ren doing Well, I'm going to call him Vincent because I fully well believe that he embodies Vincent Van Gogh. A modern day Vincent Van Gogh. He's Vincent Van Gogh in a motherfucking tracksuit right now. I bought a tracksuit. I'm wearing my tracksuit. I was inspired by Ren to buy a tracksuit. I've never owned a tracksuit. And now I own a tracksuit. I live in Mobile, Alabama. It's hot as fuck outside all the time, but we do have cold days. And I got the temperature turned down in the apartment, and I'm sitting here chilling. I may or may not have pants on. like Ren sometimes. But yeah. So what is Ren, aka Vincent? Because we all know Ren is embodying Vincent. And we have Vincent sitting on the ground. What is Ren doing right now, people? Is Ren taking the art from Vincent? Is Ren symbolizing he is now going to embody the artist of Vincent? Questions we don't know the answers to right now. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know down below. This is just one that's we haven't figured out yet. What this means exactly. And why. And how does this guy end up in jail, I assume, with Ren in a later tale? What the hell did he do? Was he pissed off because Ren just stole his guitar? And he went out and did some fucked up shit too? And now they're like, hey man, I'm sorry I stole your guitar. Hey, you want to sit down and bust out a song together here in jail? We don't know. We're going to find out later, but we don't know right now. So Ren is drunk. Fucking drunk. He's had it. He's fed up with the bullshit. I'm fed up with the bullshit. We're all fed up with the bullshit of the rat race. But you can't lose your cool unless you expect some consequences. What are the consequences? Well, they're not good. Shout out to Aaron. I believe that's his name, the actor Aaron. Killing it. Don't, careful. Actor. Hey, other guy. Acting coach guy. Don't. Just don't. Look. Do you think the boy needs any help? Okay, he took the guitar. He stumbled backwards down a freaking curb without looking. He landed that. He kept stumbling. He did everything just right. He grabbed the guitar. He was drunk acting, putting the strap around himself. He's acting drunk like he can't find the notes on the guitar to get his hands in the right place quickly. I'm pretty sure the man don't need any help acting. Usa. I'm sorry. Y'all not say shit like that. It gets me fucking riled up. That was 2 days ago, and I'm still pissed off. I believe that's D minor to G, y'all.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself.
I'm sick of these same old boring songs. I'm sick of the pavements I find myself on. I've had it. This rat race, this 9 to 5, this same old rinse and repeat. I'm done.
Songs, I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you all. Say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies.
Is that the medical industry in Great Britain? Is that just the daily grind of Great Britain? Is that the crime rate in Great Britain? Once again, questions we're not quite sure the answer of. But it leads to questions. It leads to your brain thinking about what exactly he's talking, because here's the thing, we know there's more coming. So everything he says here has context to something that's coming later. So you better not skip any lyric in anything and not think about it of what it might mean to the greater picture of the story.
Be violent when you fed me.
And it's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm rebellious. I'm pissed off. It's my right.
Lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5.
And here again, we're just talking about the rinse and the repeat. I'm a rudder. I'm a menace when I want to be. Meaning, look, I can be complacent, but every once in a while I get a wild side. And I can go out and I can make some trouble. I can blow off some steam. But like you said, I think the boy took it too far. I think the boy saw red. I think he took it too far. He's a little intoxicated. And he's done. He's done. This is the breaking point.
Free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
I believe that was that Kai? Kai is the guy that was in that played bass in Back on 74 Message to a Bottle, and he was also, a lot of people don't know this, he was also Cujo in the Cujo Beatdown video. He shaved his head for that. I believe that's Kai. If that's not Kai, then, well, still big ups to Kai for everything that you do. Great acting in this. Once again, cinematic genius. And this is just showing that he don't give a fuck right here. I don't care who you are. I don't know you people, but I'm gonna fuck with you because I don't give a shit about what's coming. Or maybe I'm trying to manifest something that may be coming just by being a rudder and a menace when you want to be. Shout out to the acting in this. Look at that face. Oh, I think I can help that guy with that. Shut the fuck up. You don't need any help. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get off that. It's stuck in my head and it just pisses me off.
You've done to me. destroy.
He just destroy. So he's just so emotive with that, and it gets so down there. And I heard another reactor describe it as gooey, a vocal coach, and as being a singer, I can relate. It got that destroy. It's just goo. It's just getting every little bit of that emotion out of you. I love it. I love it.
Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings.
And I'm not sure if he was meant to bump into that, but perfect timing either way.
I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble.
One more thing. Well, this is a breakdown, and we'll go back. Even when he spit the cigarette out, the Foley in this. Foley meaning the added sound effects. Even right here, when he bumped against this wall, you can hear it. I'm not sure on this one if this was, and it hasn't been said, or I haven't even heard anybody talk about it. I'm not sure if this is and we know that he does this all the time and he's a master at it. I'm really not sure if this one is a live audio. I know the guitar's plugged in, and they probably recorded a live audio to sync up and then add the Foley. But it's obvious in the beginning that it's not, because Ren's not playing the guitar, and I don't believe Aaron, the actor that's playing Vincent, is actually a musician. So he wasn't playing that, and even if he was, they couldn't have switched. He only took the guitar from his hand, and he didn't. So when Ren plays live, he's wearing a plugged-in guitar to a recording device, usually in a back pocket or something like that. And then the lav mic is also recording into a recording device, and the cords all running down, and it's all plugged in, and you can't see it. You can see it a little bit in some of them, but we don't see a lav mic in this one, of course. At least I haven't. So if I'm wrong, once again, comments. If I'm wrong, I don't get on my ass, okay? Because I'm just giving my opinion here, but I do not believe this is a live audio from this one. I believe it's just really fucking well done. Played out in real time with a synced up guitar track and probably some boom mics to sync up the vocals so they can get the video timed in just right. Don't kill me, but I'm pretty sure this one isn't a live audio while he's actually walking down the street, is what we're hearing. And I'm okay with that. We've seen it. We know he can do it. For this particular instance, it's too much going on. And we've got the added Foley, and it's movie quality added sound, especially like when he says I am chaos incarnate, and you hear the camera swish around, and we'll see that in a little bit. It's so theatrical, and it just adds to it so much that I do not mind that this is not as raw and live as Jenny and Screech and Violet and Money Games and stuff like that. Let's go.
Nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in a dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
Even the spit out of the cigarette. Added Foley. Added audio. The footsteps got louder as you heard all those people. Wouldn't really have been picked up by a live mic, even though we don't see one. We don't see any boom mics. Don't care. Don't mind. This is the highest of quality that it can be.
Do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is...
My style is self-expression. Vincent Van Gogh, anyone? Just saying.
I'm complacent, getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pages. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut.
I've heard some reactors have a problem with that line and even skip over that part. Why? Why? Ren didn't say that. Vincent said that. We are in character. We are in theater. Even the Foley sound effect of the in the gut. Genius. Genius. Don't forget about the little things, because when reactors skip over this and then the man shows up in the fucking alley, everybody else is like, oh, where'd the guy come from? Oh, yeah. Well, do your job and play the whole fucking thing. Look at that. So in character. Always so in character. Top notch.
Wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pages. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick.
There's that face. And there's that scream. Let's fucking have it then, you prick. Screech's tail, anyone? And what's coming up with the camera flip and the lighting change and the story of the rules of the street fight is fucking genius to throw in there. It is. The Foley on the camera flip around. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's just great.
Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty
And we talked about in the previous video clip I showed you when he was explaining how this whole thing should be shot. He's talking about the guy in the background here, how he should just be kind of getting his coat off and hyping himself up. So we see another part of Ren's vision coming to life here because he planned all this out. He is the director. We got Sam and we got Bo on the Steadicam killing it.
It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose.
Break that little prick's nose. The rules of the street fight. I may not look it, but I used to get in quite a few tussles and a little bit of trouble back in the day. So yeah, the rules of the street fight. He knows how to grab little bits and pieces to just make you reflect on parts of your life. When you hear this, it takes you back. Whether you've been in 1 or 50 scuffles or street fights or altercations or fights at school, you know, a lot of times there wasn't necessarily rules. The whole anything goes is pretty much part of it. But the way I always thought about it is, don't do anything to someone else in a fight that you wouldn't want done to yourself. You're punching, you're kicking, you expect that. Don't just go for some crazy shit. Don't fucking start biting folks, because guess what? Once you bite them, they're going to bite you back. You want to be fucking bit? No. You always hear stories about do whatever it takes. Grab somebody by the nutsack. You want to grab somebody by the nutsack, then have them grab your motherfucking nutsack back? No. Goddamn you don't. Break that little prick's nose and he's fucking blind. You can't see. You can just finish him off and walk away. And you don't take it too far. You finish the fight, and that's that. Yeah. We may have a little different perspective here because, well.
Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar.
And here's another clip we're getting ready to put up of how this scene was shot. Let's look at that real quick.
Park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds a cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
All right, so you see how cleverly they did this. And let's continue.
Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds a cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets.
First time he's actually acknowledged himself as Vincent right there. Just like to point, I'm pretty sure that's the first time. Am I right? I think I'm right. I think this is the first time he actually acknowledges himself as Vincent right here.
Like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Foley, the camera work, the angles. Someone else pointed this out. I didn't catch it until I watched another reaction. If we stop right here, we can see that says Friends Meeting Place. Not sure if that means anything. It's kind of ironic that it would say that. It's that juxtaposition that Ren likes. Dystopian. We have this tragedy going on. Vincent just murdered someone and he's running to get away, and we see Friends Meeting Place right outside of the alley that they were in. And you know, I thought that was a camera cut right there before, and I was going to say something about it, but I paused right there. Let's look at this again. This may not be a camera cut right here, which most people have called it a camera cut, but I don't think it totally went black right there. Hold on. I may have just learned something new. It did not ever totally go black right there. If they did something digitally, possibly it's a camera cut, and they've gotten really smart about it, but that never went totally black. Huh. And this is my favorite part. We're going to have a comparison starting coming up here soon and some other stuff.
So it goes in the absence of the light. The devil's soul, I see then I don't mind.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about some things. Right there, the way he was singing that reminds me of diazepam. I believe that was the same voicing and style that he used in diazepam. So let's listen to an example of that right here.
Oh my, I seem to feel so much better when it kicks in. Chemical kitchen, feel my brain destruct. Oh, diazepam me. Turn the volume down on my demons and he give me relief just for a second and he make it all so numb.
All right. And coming up, we'll talk about a couple of more songs that I believe he leans into. So we have to realize that since he finished the Sick Boy album, he has been working on Slaughterhouse, and he's been working on new material, including Vincent's Tales, which I have been led to believe are going to be 8 tales in total. I'm not sure if the prologue counts as one or not. So possibly 9 chapters of this. And so let's think about that. So he's been working on and putting out all this other music since Sick Boy, and he's an artist. He's got melodies and progressions and vocal moods and musical styles and moods that he likes to use and go back to, and cadences. So it seems only natural that he would borrow. Let me put that differently. Not borrow. He may have wrote this years ago, and it wasn't ready for its time yet. He could have wrote parts of this alongside other songs, because what I'm getting ready to point out ties in with some other stuff, just like that vocal style to diazepam. Have you listened to the whole diazepam? I know the video's gone. There was a problem with the people that made the video, but the actual audio is still up, and I still suggest that you go listen to that. Actually, go listen to Ren's, and then somebody else has uploaded the video, and you can still watch the video on somebody else's channel. But listen to it on Ren's channel. Also, listen to the audio. Listen to the vocal styling. Look at that face. You cheeky bugger.
I see, then I don't mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor, the cook.
I love that line, hide from the bacon. The po-po, yo.
To omit him, hate the world spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down in the...
The world all spits on him, rapes him. I'm telling you, he's tired of it. He's fed up with it. It's still about that.
Him hate the world spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Wait.
What a shocker. Bothered by the light, what a shocker. Money ties, example.
When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shocker. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're like greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper.
My little happy shopper. My consumer. My complacent. Every day, 9 to 5. Stuck in the rat race. Doing what society tells you to do. My little happy shopper.
In 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow.
What do we hear here? What song have we just jumped into a part of? Troubles, acoustic. Listen.
One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Netflix to distract you from the horror and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow. And shadow ban the problem man, a soul sold for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor.
Oh, and right here. The murder weapon with the blood on it laying right beside him while he's just sitting there, and he's just assumably just turned the corner from the alley where the man that he stabbed with that bottle is lying.
Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Murderer, if you see me on the corner of my town, get back, back, back. Man, a soul sold for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honor. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker.
Hence, careless with his actions is a clumsy motherfucker. He's been out drinking, he did some fucked up shit, and he's literally sitting there beside the murder weapon right around the corner from the shit that he did. So he's clumsy. He's a clumsy motherfucker. He's careless.
Use him running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch, and none will stop her.
And now we're going to pause from where we're at, because this part of the story can stand alone and we can take a moment to discuss what's coming. Because we know we started in the Reniverse, where it was the next morning pretty much after the Jenny and Screech murders. In our minds, it's the next morning, okay? Because we just saw it on the television and in the prologue. And the prologue kicked into Vincent Steele's self-portrait, and we ended up here. Now let's talk about how we got to this moment. So let's watch the shorts in order. I believe there's 5 or 6 of them, but let's watch that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get back into this. Now we're going to get into Ren's Instagram stories explaining how we got up to this point with Richard. Suspect down.
Of man, you think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard Wiser an officer who stood at 6'3". Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Now, like we saw before, this is from Richard's point of view. We've already watched a piece of this clip. Well, we watched this whole clip. But just for context, we're going to do it again.
Urgent. Suspect down, 4 shots fired. Need ambulance and backup. Uckbrook Mews, Paddington. Urgent, over.
Listen to his voice. He's upset. He's desperate.
Portrait and Insta, 4 minutes. Confirmed suspect status. Still active? Over.
Negative. Suspect down, not moving. He's bleeding out fast. It's just... Get them here quick. Over.
And once again, oh no. Oh God, no. Fuck.
I know what crime does to a family. When I was 4, I saw a man try to kill my father. My dad defended himself and ended up in prison. I remember feeling helpless. That's why I studied law, became a prosecutor, then a judge. I've worked to help families in my courtroom while keeping violent repeat offenders behind bars. I don't just talk about crime, I understand it.
What's next for Mobile? Safety, stability, Spiro.
You need time.
I may not even edit that ad out because that was so Reniverse that it just threw that particular ad at me. We might have to leave that one in. Okay, so we saw Richard freaking out over what he just had to do. And he had to do it. Screech was running at him with knife drawn. He had no choice. There has been some debate about whether it was excessive to fire 4 shots. Someone said that the UK trains their officers to fire twice. I've never heard of that before. If that's true, I would like to know that fact. I'm not going to Google it. I'm going to depend on you guys to leave it down below in the comments and let me know about that one. If he did fire 4 times when he was trained to fire 2, maybe that's the part of the guilt that he's feeling. Because as we're going to see, he's not dealing with this situation well. So let's get back into it. Sorry. This is the next installment from the Instagram stories. This is Temporary Leave.
Richard. Oh, come on. You've been dodging. You need time, Richard. Oh, come on. You've been dodging the counselling sessions, mate. It's policy for a reason. Yeah, going through that's going to mess with anyone's head, yeah?
I don't need sessions. I'm fine. He came at me. 6 stabs in that girl, Mark. I had no choice.
6 stabs in that girl. He's referring to Jenny.
I get it.
She was just a kid herself.
I get it, okay? All right? But you're sat here 3 months on, drowning in paperwork, scowling at anyone who even bloody looks at you. You've been a right pain in the arse, mate.
All right, cheers.
Look, don't be like that, Rich. I'm not riding you for no reason here. The whole team's walking on eggshells.
He's not Richard has already referred to his superior as Mark, called him by his first name. Mark has already referred to Richard as Rich. So you can tell that there's a friendship here. They're not just boss-employee. There's a little bit more.
Don't be like that, Rich. I'm not riding you for no reason here. The whole team's walking on eggshells around you. I asked you for those McLean files at least 4 times last week, and all I got was attitude every time I brought them up.
Fine, I hear you. I'll get them done and on your desk. It is just a sodding report, though. Do we have to make it such a big deal?
It's not even a sodding report. It's a witness statement summary, and I had to get Freddie on them on Friday because they're just about to go in front of the judge. See, this is what I'm talking about, Rich.
See, that is what he's talking about. It's not just a sodding report. It's not some mundane activity he's being asked to do. This is a witness statement. This is something important that he needs to be doing. And he can't even function well enough to do the basic things that he needs to do.
Friday, because they're just about to go in front of the judge. See, this is what I'm talking about, Rich. You're not here. You're not even close, mate.
This isn't me, Mark. You know I've always been solid. 10 years, not a foot wrong. I just need to get back out there.
I've known you all that time. Spotless. Like clockwork. But this, you're not the same bloke. Now, I've let it slide. I've kept you on the desk through the investigation, but I am out of moves here.
You can give me a chance. You know I'll sort it. I'll work better again. You know I need this. I can make it work.
Just get yourself back up and running. The job's always here for you. Look, it's not that bad. I spoke to Kate earlier. She said you're going through the same thing at home. Look, they need you more than we do.
Fuck off, Mark. Don't you dare talk about my family.
And you see, they're close enough that Mark knows Richard's family, and he's comfortable enough to call them and discuss what's going on with Richard. And Richard he's having none of it. He's pissed off. He don't know what he should be feeling right now. He don't know how to get back to himself. And that's a fucked up place to be. Trust me, I've been there.
Look, it's not that bad. I spoke to Kate earlier. She said you're going through the same thing at home. Look, they need you more than we do.
Fuck off, Mark. Don't you dare talk about my family.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's over, Rich. I'm just trying to help you here, and you're straight for the jugular again and again. You're on leave.
What?
Now. Go home, get yourself straight. I need the old you, not this.
Are you serious?
Badge.
Badge. Now, you're done. All right, headed into the next one, Trouble at Home. Getting a beer.
Sarah, where the hell have you been?
Sarah.
You're out half the night and you roll in after 9.
Remember, guys, we got to remember all of these names. If they weren't important, I don't think he would be putting them out there for us to hear.
Sarah, where the hell have you been? You're out half the night and you roll in after 9 like it's nothing.
What's wrong with you? It was at Mia's. I told you I'd be late. It's not even that late.
What's wrong with me? You're out there, no call, no text, hoodie up like you're some sort of yob traipsing around with God knows.
Now I found out a yob just means the same thing as a thug, from what I understand.
No call, no text, hoodie up like you're some sort of yob traipsing around with God knows who. Do you think that's fine, Sarah?
I don't get you. I was safe. It was Mia's, not some random place. Why are you flipping out like this?
Because you don't think. You have no sense. You're just a kid. Do you have any idea what... Just get upstairs now.
What are you on about? You've gone mad. I shouldn't have to listen to you every time you lose your head at me over nothing. It's not fair. I'm not just some kid. I'm not staying for this. This doesn't... Mum, you've got...
So, let's just put it in context. Sarah is 14. Screech was 14. Jenny was 14. Richard knows what a 14-year-old is capable of doing. Is his daughter that caliber of person like Screech? No. Is she like Jenny? Not that we... No, I don't think so. But she's still walking home alone. And Richard is a cop, and Richard knows what can happen out there because he just had to go through the most fucked up shit he's ever gone through in his life, and it's tearing him apart. And he's scared. He's scared for his family safety. He's scared that something's going to happen to his daughter that's beyond his control. And I understand that he's taken it a little bit too far, and he's taking it out on her. but we have to look at it from his perspective also. But also his perspective is, like Mark said, you've been dodging the counseling sessions. They're there for a reason. You're going through some shit, and it may not be as bad if you were doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm not just some kid. I'm not staying for this. This doesn't... Mum, you've got to talk to him. He's always drinking and shouting. I don't want to be here. I'm going back to Mia's.
Sarah, I'm warning you.
That's it. Enough.
Mama Bear said no. You're done. You're shut down. And can we talk about the acting and all these clips and the other clips to come, but the ones that we've seen so far, it's top notch. This is just as good as anything you'd see on any big screen or any Netflix series or what the hell ever. It's just as good. And the way that Kate talks to Sarah, she completely breaks character of coming down all pissed off, and she talks to Sarah nice and calmly and tells her it's going to be okay. You go ahead, you go, and I'm going to deal with this.
I'm going back to Mia's.
Sarah, I'm warning you.
That's it. Enough. That's fine, Sarah. Just text when you get there safe, yeah?
Kate, you can't just come down here.
And what? I heard all that. What the hell's got into you? She's 14, Richard, and you're tearing into her like she's done something awful.
For fuck's sake.
No. Don't you turn away from me. A month of this. Snapping, brooding, drinking in the dark. I've held me tongue, I've given you room, and now this. Yelling at her over nothing. I won't have it.
I don't need room. I need my life back.
Your life? What about ours? You're not here. You're a ghost around us. She's tiptoeing round you and knackered holding us all together, and you're too bloody stubborn to see it.
Do you think I don't know I'm a mess?
Well, then do something. You're wrecking us. All you're doing is pushing her away, and you're pushing me towards the edge too. I've never seen you like this, and I can't keep pretending it's normal.
I didn't ask for any of this. None of it's on me.
No one's saying it is, Richard. God's sake. It's not about fault. But you're the only one who can pull yourself out of this hole. We can't keep waiting for you to snap out of it.
Just run.
I tell you guys, I'm glad that last clip ended when it did, because it got to me again a little bit. That was powerful. All right. Now we're in therapy. Richard is finally starting to come around and do what he needs to do and talk about some things. And it's not going to be easy, but we're here now.
Just run through with me what happened that night.
Oh, you know what happened that night.
Humour me, please.
Look, it's the same as it was before.
Could you imagine having to tell this story over and over again, knowing that the person that you're telling to already knows what you're about to say? He just wants to hear how you emote it this time, how you connect with it this time, how you tell it this time. What's your face doing when you tell it this time? What's your body language doing when you tell it? Has it gotten any easier to talk about? Is it still just jabbing you in the fucking heart every time you open your mouth and talk about it?
Humour me, please.
Look, it's the same as it was before. Up Brook Mews, that night, lad runs at me, knife dripping, 6 stabs in her, 14-year-old girl dead before I arrived. I yell, he doesn't stop, 4 shots, he's down, done. And it's still the same after.
Now we can see Richard's hands. And he's rubbing them. because he's nervous. He don't want to be here. Didn't want to be talking about this.
And it's still the same afterwards too. Mark has me on the desk for months, even though the investigation's long over now. Team are fed up with me, say I'm a liability, and that I snarl at them. Wife's no better. She went off at me recently because I lost it with our girl. Everyone's waiting for me to pull it together, but there's nothing left for me to pull together. Coming here isn't helping. You're not helping.
Richard, you've spoken a lot about other people. What about you?
And we see Richard for the first time. And that is a man that is distraught. That is a broken man that we're looking at. Over something that was... Yes, he signed up for the job. He's a cop. But the circumstance that he was put in was an impossible situation for him. There was literally a deranged person, no matter what age it was, wielding a knife, as he describes it, still dripping with blood, yelling that he is Screech and he owns these streets. And he takes off and charges the officer. I mean, what kind of impossible situation is that?
What about you? How do you feel right now?
I don't know. I'm pissed off all the time. I just want things to go back to the way they were before, but I'm getting further away every day, and telling the story over and over again isn't changing that.
I hear what you're saying. Right now it doesn't feel like anything's improving, but try not to force it. Thinking back to before, what was the hardest part for you to let go of?
Being safe, I guess. Like every time I close my eyes, I see him and I'm back there. I never used to be afraid of my own head.
That's an important thing right there. I never used to be afraid of my own head. Because when everything's cool and everything's kosher and everything's just normal flow, it's okay up there. There's always going to be some stuff rattling around. But when you have something so traumatic as what he went through, and you close your eyes and you're right back in that moment every time. Yeah. Tell me that wouldn't weigh on a person.
Back there. I never used to be afraid of my own head. Now I'm angry all the time. At him, at myself.
At him, because he put him, Screech put Richard in the impossible situation, and angry at himself over how he handled the situation.
At him, at myself. I didn't want this. Didn't ask for any of it, and I don't deserve it. I just want to go back to how I was before. Who I was before. I just want my life back.
Richard, you should be aware that some experiences stay with people for a long time. As we move through our lives, we all change. We can never go back to who we were.
And that's so true. Sometimes the events that happen in our lives are so great that they forever change the landscape or the trajectory of our lives. We could never go back to how it used to be, because how it used to be is in the past, and now this has happened. And we can't make this thing that happened go away. It happened. And we just have to learn to forgive ourselves for the actions that we've done. We're talking about this particular situation. And try to do our best to move on and realize that I was in an impossible situation and I did what I had to do. And if it was excessive, I can understand a little bit more of the guilt. If he feels like it was excessive, like if he feels like 2 shots would have put him down, but honestly, would the outcome be any different if he shot him in the chest twice versus 4 times? Probably not, especially considering, I just thought about this one, especially considering the fact that when we saw Screech and the paramedics were finally getting to him and tending to him, it wasn't nighttime anymore. The sun had started to come up. So, just putting that together tells me that some time had passed and the response time wasn't the greatest. And once again, that's not on Richard. Richard immediately was trying to get help to Screech.
We can never go back to who we were. But with my help, I'm convinced that you can live a full and meaningful life again.
Look at Richard when he said, "I'm convinced that you can live a full and meaningful life again." Richard sighed and took a deep breath, like he did not believe what this man was saying. Like, yeah, oh, right, sure. I'm fucked. I'm just fucked, and that's how it's going to be. That's what he's feeling right now.
You can live a full and meaningful life again.
All right, we're getting into the next one, Clean Slate. Now, here's what I don't want to know, guys. This is one I'm not sure of. If anybody has any insights, leave them down in the comments. Is this where Jenny lost her life, or is this where Screech lost his life? I'm going to assume Screech, but it could be Jenny as well. Because Richard found Jenny before he saw Screech. Think about that. Richard already knew what had happened before he saw Screech. And he had to put 2 and 2 together and say, okay, this is the person that did this. So, if you know, is this the location where Screech lost his life or where Jenny lost his life? Let me know.
Figured you'd be here, poking at ghosts.
Mark, you actually came?
Well, I had reports of a local flower thief.
Cheers for coming, mate. It means a lot you showing up.
Flower thief. Sunflowers. Eh. Reaching.
Reports of a local flower thief.
Cheers for coming, mate. It means a lot you showing up. I really didn't think you'd bother, especially after you shoved me out the door, you know.
Had to shove you out, didn't I? You were a bloody liability.
Yeah.
I couldn't see straight, let alone pass your own nose. Didn't mean I stopped giving a damn, though.
Right. Because I'm not just your boss, I'm your friend. It didn't mean I stopped giving a damn.
Pass your own nose. Didn't mean I stopped giving a damn, though. Friends don't just walk away, even if the other one's too thick to notice.
Yeah, I was in a right state, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Still feels like I'm wading through it some days.
It's night and day from then to now, though. Took more than thought you had in you to get this far. That's why I'm bringing you back.
What?
Next week. Your desk's waiting. Reckon you can handle it?
Next week? Christ.
You see, I got a little bit of a problem here because Richard doesn't sound convinced that he's ready. The hesitation. Next week. Oh my God, is that too soon? I don't know. But then he don't want to look weak for his friend either. And I'm sure he probably needs the money and wants to get back to work.
Can handle it?
Next week? Christ. Dunno, maybe. Yeah. Feels like I might not cock it up this time.
Ah, you won't. And if you do, I'll boot you out myself. Go on. First coffee's on me.
Deal.
All right, guys, so we're getting into the last of the shorts. Reinstated. Here we go.
Kate, I'm ready to go.
Just a second, I'm coming down. I'm so proud of you, love. Have a good day, yeah? Say hello to Mark for me.
I will.
You don't look so nervous.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there we have it. All of the Instagram clips leading up to the temporary leave and the reinstatement of Richard. So, let's continue and see how Vincent's Tale self-portrait is going to wrap itself up. All right, now that we're all caught up on Richard, let's continue.
Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was a boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find the trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Oh, and he ends with that dissonant, haunting chord from the end of Screech's Tale. So, Richard, what you doing there, buddy? Let's take it back just a second. And as we recall Ren saying in the video we watched a little bit earlier, he said, I don't care if he fucks me up for the video's sake. You want him to come at him.
Floor.
Guys, here we have it. Vincent's Tale self-portrait by Ren, director, photography. Summer Perry Falvey, camera operator. We got Bo, and we got Richard's Tale coming up soon. So many questions, so much more to explore. There's so much going on with this. If you've made it through this whole video, thank you guys for being here. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like, share this with your friends that you think might give a shit about a deep dive into this. And if you've got more insight for me than what we've already talked about, then leave it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thank you, guys. I'm your boy, Victimizer. And we're going to see you again real soon for more installments of Vincent's Tale.